Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? This morning, when I woke up, the very first thing I did was check my Twitter account. And upon seeing this information, I did what any man in my situation would do.
Yeah, what the f did I just wake up to?
I wanted to give a special shout out to the individual that replied my exact line of thinking. Chop chop video boy, no Thanksgiving for you, which honestly made me laugh. With the 6th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, the OKC Thunder selected Josh Giddey, a player that was dubbed the next coming of Luka Doncic. Either way, the OKC Thunder were in the midst of a very long rebuild. They were building around Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They were placing a huge emphasis on their homegrown talent, and they had a treasure chest of high draft picks as a result of the Paul George trade and the Russell Westbrook trade and the Chris Paul trade and subsequent trades that they've been making ever since the...
Let's just be honest. The Oklahoma Thunders have just hit its peak ever since that, Kevin Durant, James Harden, the one and only Russell, Brick City guy. Pretty much nothing has been happening.
Poured as much draft capital as humanly possible. And there is no question in anyone's mind that Josh Giddey was a huge part of the OKC Thunder's future. And in his first year, man, he was pedestrian to say the least. The OKC Thunder weren't necessarily the greatest team. He averaged 12 points per game, shot 42% from the field, shot 26% from three, but he actually improved significantly last year, averaging 17 points per game, shooting 33% from three and 48% from the field. Through it all, there was no question in anyone's mind that the OKC Thunder are really committed to this core of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Josh Giddey, and most recently Chet Holmgren, who's been having incredible games and is currently the leader in Rookie of the Year voting.
That's a good stack for a developing team, but they're not going to nothing serious. Let's just be honest.
In fact, the OKC Thunder are technically the second best team in the West, with an 11-4 record behind the Minnesota Timberwolves, and are currently on a 6-game win streak. Yeah, that rebuild that we were all worried about might be over soon. So you might be wondering, okay, Mike, video over, what's the problem? Well, there are some allegations out there in regards to Josh Giddey, and man, these are some very, very disturbing allegations. And I want to say, like, just based upon the content that we are receiving and based upon just looking at things from face value, it doesn't look good. I don't necessarily know any other way to spin this, but at the same time, I will say these are allegations. Allegations that are so troubling that it looks like Chet Holmgren is even like deleting tweets that have Josh Giddey in them. So whenever a franchise cornerstone is doing that with a player that clearly is a huge part of OKC's future, it cannot be good. To give you an idea of what Josh Giddey is being accused of, the best way I could explain it is via this headline. Dating girls the same age as his 3-point percentage, Twitter reacts on Josh Giddey, which is a wild title if you think about it, but if that still doesn't really...
What did he average? And that's his number 2. Man, you're talking about a lucky number. That's a stretch. That's a stretch.
Paint the picture, then maybe this Photoshop kind of spells out what we're trying to allude to. There's this one female TikToker who, by the way, attends high school that posted a bunch of content with Josh Giddey. Now, I don't want to give this TikToker a tremendous amount of clout. So if you really want to see who it is, I'll post her name onto my Instagram story. But this one
man, we gotta learn, especially men that are, up there. Stop messing with the TikTok girls. Y'all seen it too many times. Like, man, come on. Let's stop thinking with our and start thinking with our brain a little bit. Because, like, this is getting ridiculous. But behind the screens, without the lighting, without all this, y'all know what they really look like.
TikTokers started releasing content with Josh Giddey. Originally, this was posted from some Twitter account I've never heard of. Josh Giddey from the OKC Thunder with you could read that yourself. First video, he's talking to her brother. This is disgusting and this man needs to be punished. We can't let this go under the surface any longer. This needs to be seen. She is a junior in high school. Now, the crazy part is this dude actually deactivated his Twitter, or his Twitter got banned. I don't know which one it is, which kind of makes me scared to post this video as well, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully at worst it's demonetization, but eventually someone actually reposted the content onto a different account, and we'll play the videos for you.
You feel me? Why we keep going over the same thing? Y'all think these people just, when something's on the internet, it stays there, my boy. And when someone wants you, they're gonna dig up that grave, my boy. They're gonna redig every surface. Y'all think, nah, I ain't gonna say his name. Let's not. We ain't gonna say his name. We don't got.
Josh, stay with your beautiful sister. Good luck for your season. You're going to Sacramento soon for a game, so all the best of luck. We're gonna come up and watch you. take care of business.
So I really tried my best to look at it from Josh Giddey's perspective, and all I could really come up with is some random girl may pull up to him, and by the way, this is my own guess. I don't know if this is what actually happened. Some random girl goes up to him, says, "Hey, Josh Giddey, my brother is a huge fan of yours. Can you send him a nice message?"
That
and
could
his
be
message was,
What's up, man? It's Josh. Here with your beautiful sister. Good luck for your season. You're going to Sacramento soon for a game, so all the best of luck. We're going to come up and watch you. Take care of business.
Is it
That
weird to
sounds
say, "Hey,
about right.
I'm here with your beautiful sister"?
Yeah, that's
I would
crazy.
say so. There's also not necessarily any proof that it's the same girl in this video. You could only kind of like see very little bits of her face.
Let's just be honest. You're literally in a video with a girl. She's not showing her face, but she have you all up in the screen, and she knows that you're literally like what, millimeters apart from her, like from her face. We already know like you're pretty much arms around her at this point, and you're just like, "Gonna see you next season." Like that doesn't look too good. Let's just be honest. And then the lights are not on. At least they weren't red lights. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no lights. You know, that's it. But if it was red lights, then I get it. It's game over for him. Pack him up. And like I said, this video came from somebody that came from like a small account. So maybe. Just maybe.
It's consistent with the other images, but you can't for sure confirm it's her. And that's just me trying to formulate an argument. It could be a situation where it's someone completely different.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not 100% sure. I'm just trying to like play the devil's advocate for this situation.
Me too.
If it is the same girl, then obviously it's weird. If you're saying,
Hey, bro, I'm here with your beautiful sister.
Yeah,
We're gonna
that's
come
pretty
and
weird.
get you. You know, keep working hard.
but there's also this video as well.
What's up, my man? We're at the fucking club. Me and my girl. Gotta head back to mine.
So, you know, whenever I say if there's additional supporting evidence, then I'm gonna start to be a little skeptical.
I take everything back. I take everything back. I don't know what I was thinking. It was one thing where we could say, "Oh, we don't know who that person is. The lights were off." Now we know that you have a girlfriend. She has the same ethnicity, same hairstyle as the previous girl that was actually a minor. So you might be a little bit, you might be a little bit messed up.
Well, over here, we could start to see that it could be that girl. His terminology at the same time is very strange. I mean,
Yo, I'm here with my girl.
if this girl is indeed that same girl, then obviously he's in some big trouble here.
Yeah.
But then there's this one picture, which in my opinion would be very difficult to Photoshop, considering the fact that there's glaring lights up top,
Yeah.
in the back, the light is bleeding into her face. The light is also bleeding into Josh Giddey's hair.
I'm not gonna lie. First mistake. What type of selfie were y'all going for? Was it the fuck boy look? Was it the this is my bitch? Like, what was you going for, sir? And then the eyes didn't help. It looked like you was out of there. You look like you got taken advantage of. I'm just gonna be honest. I love the confidence, but my boy, this is a picture you take and then you regret taking the next day after.
And again, these are all allegations. This is just my own analysis. And then the most incriminating image is this image where she posts this picture and said, "Just did the deed with Josh Giddey." And if you're Josh Giddey, man, I mean, let's just assume this is true. How the hell are you so cool, like just posing like that?
I
for a
know.
selfie in this incriminating situation. I think that's what's throwing me off and
Is the
making
Diddy.
me believe that there's no freaking way this could be true. You know what I mean? Like this whole bit where I'm trying to play devil's advocate is
It's
just
hard.
the situation is so bizarre because
Yeah.
any man in that situation
Would've-
isn't proud of doing something that terrible. But you could understand why I'm having so much trouble believing that these allegations are so true because like he's so proud of the situation
Yeah,
he's in.
he
It
could
doesn't
be
even
lost.
seem like he's trying to hide this terrible, disgusting thing he's doing. And the situation is just so bizarre and so nasty and just, ugh. So I'm trying my best not to jump to
He's probably trying to normalize it. Let's just be honest. I ain't gonna say the word. YouTube, you thought. But, maybe he's trying to normalize it. Most players, we all know when they play sports, they have a plethora of different types of women that they can mess with. So maybe he was just like, let me stop. Man's like in his 20s. At this point, he should have a better selection of women above 18 at this point. He shouldn't be trying to go down that low number anyways. But I'm just saying, there's men out here that be like that, bro. They be on the map stuff. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that there's a lot of guys on it. You'd be surprised. Even in the workforce. I mean, straight 30, 40-year-olds, they can sniff out an 18-year-old from far away. And I'm telling you, girl can just take one shoulder, hey, look, 30-year-old. How you doing, baby mama? You feel me? That's just how it is.
Conclusions. But like all of the arguments that I'm trying to make for myself just aren't working. I just think this situation is bizarre. And if these allegations are true, then clearly this dude's a freak and needs to be punished for it. But you could understand why I think this is so weird. You know, like even in the case of EDP, whenever he was busted, he was trying to hide the disgusting thing he was trying to do. He wasn't posing for a selfie. You know what I mean? Now, people are going crazy responding to this news. I mean, Isaiah Thomas tweeted out, I be hearing that OKC needs a new guard. Hashtag just saying. You gotta love how Isaiah Thomas will always shoot a shot with these NBA teams. Josh Giddey changed his profile picture to a black screen and turned the comments off on all of his images. And here's where things are really crazy, guys. I mean, there's a chance that this individual may have found the loophole.
Can we stop? Tell me one time you ever had to match green, brown, a little bit of tan, try to match it with like the lightest lavender color in the world. That makes no sense. Like if you kept this on, we would have been okay. If you kept this on, and then probably wear the brown top, or you kind of wear a black and white fit or a brown fit up top, okay, I wouldn't be saying nothing. But guys, y'all make millions of dollars a year and y'all still can't find a way to like match clothes. This doesn't make any sense. Then you have a black Lamborghini, so it doesn't even color correlate with any of your fit, my boys. There's so many random colors that you don't even know what you're doing. Not even hating at this point, just being observant, you know? I'm not even a fashion icon. But it's like, bro, y'all gotta match colors. Y'all learned how to match colors when y'all was like, what? Kindergarten? First grade? Second grade? I'm just saying, y'all can go on my Instagram and check my photos and see it for yourself. I know what I'm talking about.
I mean, there's a chance that this individual may have found the loophole because technically speaking, the age of consent in Oklahoma is 16 years of age.
Yes.
So a 16-year-old can consent to a 21-year-old in Oklahoma. I love how whenever you look it up on Google, immediately they know what you're trying to research because Josh Giddey is quite literally 21 years old. So they know what we're looking up. So this entire story is bizarre to me because now I'm starting to get convinced that this actually went down and it's legal. Now, again, this is my own speculation, but I'm starting to get more and more convinced that this actually went down. But it happened in a state where the age of consent is 16. With all that being said, technically speaking, this might be perfectly legal. And this would explain why he's so fine with posing behind that girl in the selfie. That would explain why he's so proud of calling her his girl. Again, these are all theories and speculation, but this entire storyline is absolutely crazy. Before you guys start to say that, oh my God, Josh Giddey is the sick individual that is taking advantage of Oklahoma's laws. Technically speaking, where Josh Giddey is from, he's from Melbourne, Australia, where the age of consent is 16 as well. So there's multiple ways to looking at this. Again, this is very highly speculative and just let me know what you guys think. I told y'all
he was used to it. What did I tell y'all? He was literally used to it. Like he probably's used to it. He grew up by it and you know, woo, da da da, woo. They normalize the fact that, hey, what's wrong with younger women? Younger prepubescent, but you know.
I'm your boy Mike.
Yes, sir.
I'm dropping our mic.
Yes, sir.
Our next upload.
Shout out to him. Y'all also go subscribe. But that would be it for today, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe. We'll comment down below with any other videos y'all want me to react to. And yes, I am back. Shout out to all of y'all for sticking and holding down for me because we ain't going nowhere. As you see, my quality and everything has improved dramatically. And for all the people that stayed to the end of the video to see that I do care about you guys and that we're never going away, I want to let y'all know. Shout out in the comments. Wonder Gang. If y'all do that, then that tells me that y'all stay to the rest of the video. And I'm out. Peace.